Hi there. Sue Moore here, recovered banker turned network marketing professional. Took a break from decking the halls today to listen to a podcast by Tony Robbins, and it was really good. And so I wanted to do this quick little video to share it with you. It was recorded on November 18th. Me being an Apple person, I would suggest you could get it. If you are an Apple person, you can get it from iTunes. Not being an Android person, I'm not sure exactly where you go get stuff like this, but if you would like to hear it in its entirety, it's about 30 or 40 minutes and it's really good. I would suggest you do that. So here's the question today. How would you like to learn the 3 components to breakthroughs in your business that I learned today? Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview right now, and then I hope you'll go and listen to the podcast yourself. So here we go. Have you ever asked yourself, why do some people succeed in life and others don't? Why do some people seem to catch all the breaks, have all the resources and so forth, and other people, they couldn't catch a cold if they had to? Why does that happen? And then ultimately, what happens to those people? What's happening to those people is they are creating a story of their life. Some of those stories are really great, and people go on and build fantastic lives. And then there are other stories that aren't that great, and nothing ever changes, and ultimately their life stays mediocre at best. And so his point in all of that was, if we can change your story, you will change your life. He gives several examples. One was Oprah Winfrey, which I suggest you look up for yourself, and the other one was Al Gore. And that was really very interesting. So the point being, if you can change your story, you will change your life. So here's an interesting fact that I thought was interesting. Some people will use their story to keep themselves in a down position, so to speak, telling themselves that they're not smart enough, or they don't have enough money, or they don't have the right connections. And they keep playing that movie over and over and over in their minds until they actually believe it. I'm in network marketing. How many times, for you watching this that are network marketers, have you heard someone say to you, oh, I could never do what you're doing. Oh, I don't know enough people. Oh, I just don't have the time. Bad story in their mind, So Tony's point is this: whether or not you lack resources, and people will, like I said, people lack they'll tell themselves because they're lacking resources, they can't change their life. Lacking resources isn't the problem. The problem is lacking resourcefulness. And we will come back to that because that's what he was trying to show us during this podcast. Changing your life or changing your story is really a very emotional decision. And truth be told, we are all fearful of failing. We are all fearful of disappointing people. I myself have a story of my 8th grade teacher who told my father and I at a parent-teacher conference that I would never amount to anything. And I would never go to college, that my dad should make provisions for me because I was never going to be able to take care of myself. I spent years figuring that out. And then it took me years to believe it, that it wasn't true, to unbelieve it, I guess I should say, and then to get going in my career. So, it can happen very subtly. Okay, all that to say, let's get to the 3 components. The 3 components are strategies, stories, and what he calls a state. And I interpret that to mean state of mind. Now, strategies. In order to change your life, you have to change what you're doing. And he gave the example, which I thought was really cool, was strategies are like recipes. You follow the recipe every time you make whatever that recipe is, and it comes out the exact same way. Perfect. So whether you have one strategy or you have a string of strategies that you implement at various times, you run the strategy, you know what you're going to get on the other end. Tony's point was, you know the strategy and you know what you should do, but you don't do it. So no action, no activity. Again, it comes back to the emotional side. of making a decision to take your life in your hands and create what you would like to create. That really kind of leads to a little bit of state of mind. A positive state of mind is essential because it determines how you think and how you feel. Decisions, not conditions, determine your destiny. So what do you focus on? Do you focus on what you can control or what you can't? Do you focus on what you have or what you're missing? Do you focus on the future, the present, or the past? Your problem, is it real, or is it something that you've just perceived? Something that you've been telling yourself, like I did for all those years from an uninformed 8th grade teacher? Give meaning to what you're focusing on. Your story will evolve over time as your life changes. Be grateful for where you are now. Focus between the present and the future. Forget the past rather. And that really leads to Tony's last point, which was do the right thing at the right time. And if you're not sure what the right thing is, you're not sure if the strategies you are creating for yourself are the right things, then get with the people who you know and that will support you that have done it right. Whether that's your business partner, whether it's a coach or a close friend. The point is that your state of mind determines your story. And as I said, the story is constantly evolving. And your story is either going to be positive or negative, which in turn, hopefully it's always positive, but that in turn will propel the strategies that you can create for yourself. And in so doing, you create the life that you want. Let me just say, if you don't know Oprah Winfrey's story, you need to look that up. It will blow your mind. I had never heard it before. The other story that Tony relates on this podcast is one with Al Gore, which was really good too. So I hope this has given you some food for thought. Would love to chat with you if you feel so moved. You can find me on my fan page, which is at facebook.com /Sue Moore Connection, or on my website at www.suemore.net. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Look forward to chatting with you over the upcoming holidays. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.